I am ready.
I'm incredibly disappointed. Game 1's actually live, so let's jump into it.
How can you be disappointed?
Because breakfast is the most important meal of the day. You know, actually, I'm not even sure if that's true. It's just a statement these days.
It's pretty important. The real most important is your dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're trying to bulk or gain
I think
or cut.
eating meals is important.
Yeah, that's pretty important too.
Right now, statements of facts right now on the stream. All right, Life Coach is going to be our upper player, Kinkatsu. I've never seen him before, or her, I don't know. Is playing on the bottom. Quickly F2, F3 out on the deck.
Yeah,
We got Winter Wyvern again for the coaches. I think we saw Lifecoach also play Winter Wyvern. I don't know if they are on some next level tech, but or they are both just unlucky to have to play Winter Wyvern.
I mean, I don't know. I'm looking at his heroes, and I mean, he has some great heroes. You know, the fact that you don't have to run a default hero, a basic hero, is already pretty impressive.
I was gonna just ask you that. Do you think Winter Wyvern is better than Debbie? I think it's close, dude.
I think it's definitely close to. It just depends on what he wants from his deck, right? Honestly, I think in this situation, Debbie might have actually been better, personally, because like you open with Enchantress, you open with Elsie, and then you open with Debbie. There's a lot of like flop strength, right? But then with Winter Wyvern, not quite the same.
Also, I think that Winter Wyvern, it's really decent if you're looking for some way to interact with heroes. By the way, this is going to be a sick Armed Rebellion for Life Coach. But you already have Sniper and Duel from Legion Commander to, fight heroes. So I feel like Winter's Curse is probably a lot weaker in that department. And I feel like what this deck wants is actually some early gameplay. So I think I personally would have played Debbie as well. But we'll see what Life Coach is gonna have for us.
He has 2 Arms of the Rebellion.
You think we're gonna arm it again on the first turn?
That I don't know.
I think he should. It's gonna be sick. Meanwhile, Kinkatsu is looking to really gum it up. This is a good old 2-color deck. Blue-green, do nothing for the first 6 turns or so, and then start winning the game, maybe.
I don't even know about that. I mean, the thing about green-blue is like it's really strong if you have good signature heroes, or sorry, signature cards from heroes. Yeah, like 2 Farvin, not exactly that convincing for a green.
The blue is really good.
The blue is really good, sure.
Yeah.
But double Farvin Enchantress, it's okay. Enchantress is great, obviously. 1 Farvin, honestly, it's pretty good. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But 2 of them, you start to feel the weight of the vanguards in your hand.
Is this an Armed Rebellion mirror match? We're gonna see. By the way, also pretty unlucky for Kinkatsu on the Zeus deployment. Had the Zeus been in the other empty spot, would have been able to actually pick off that 1 health creep and save his hero. So that's actually a pretty bad 50-50 roll on his part.
Yeah, he could still save his hero right now by Verdant refuging, but obviously he doesn't know his opponent, what Life Coach has, and Life Coach is going to arm the Rebellion.
Yeah. Okay, Verdant Refuge. Interesting to see him not Verdant Refuging here, because it currently technically saves 2 units. But I get it. It was more important to put it down there. I think casting that first one makes me think he's going to cast a second one there as well. Or maybe just arm.
I think he's going to arm.
Well, arm doesn't save the Prelix though, right?
It doesn't, but...
Whereas the Verdant Refuge does.
That's true. It's such a hard pass for Verdant Refuge.
Alright. I see your... Dude, this game is going to last a while.
No, this is classic green right here.
I say it's going to last a while, but I think the Sniper is going to be the true mirror breaker. Because it's such a... Oh, I'm surprised that we didn't see Assassin's Veil come down there.
I think it's more than just sniper. I think it's also the fact that Lifecoach has LC too. That's a pretty big difference. And then he also has Hand of God. Like his late game is really strong if he builds up a board.
You think so? You think LC is actually going to be good once there's so much armor on the board?
It's going to be strong enough to kill Prelex instantly.
Sure. Well, he's gone for the Arm the Rebellion play.
Look at these creeps. 4-3-4. All he's missing is Remusk.
Let's see, what does Arm do if you're Lifecoach? Not much, right? It doesn't keep your creep alive.
Trade.
Do you trade?
It doesn't trade at all.
It doesn't do anything, actually.
Yeah. Your best play is, I was going to say Vul Martyr. This will actually buff your unit.
Yes. Is there any good Assassin's Veil play here? Doesn't seem like it.
But everyone has 1,000,000 armor.
Lodestone Demolition? Anybody?
Dude, Lodestone Demolition would be amazing here.
You know, after there was a close beta tournament that I lost to Yo Larson in the finals. He had double Enchantress.
Uh-huh.
And after that, I got so tilted. Every draft I had, I just put a Lodestone Demolition in. And I felt so good just killing these dumb Enchantress players on the ladder.
When it works, man. It works. You know, I played against a double Enchantress with Lodestone. And I had it in my hand, right? And I took one lane. And then I was like, huh. Now that I have one lane, I have a Lodestone in my hand. This is going to be the easiest bait of my life. The easiest bait in my life. So I just kept playing everything to one lane, and he just fought me there.
Yeah, Verdant Refuge.
And we just, he just Verdant Refuge, Verdant Refuge, Verdant Refuge, yeah. And then finally he had like 9 units on the board and a total of like 31 armor or something. And then I just like, you know, I was just turtling there the entire time. I had no intention of actually winning until he had enough armor. I Lodestoned him and the game was over. It never happened again, but when it does happen,
I mean, you did it for the story. Good. It's worth.
It is so worth.
All right, look at Wyvern doing work, doing things that Deadby cannot.
Easy. You know the thing about Winter's Curse too is like it's really good if you have the right matchup too.
Yeah,
but
this is not
like,
the match.
this is like the worst matchup.
Yeah,
one of the absolute worst matchups.
Ooh.
What was picked up?
Early Shiva's card.
Shit. Shiva. The heck?
I say early. It's turn like 4 already, but in this matchup, turn 4 is actually still pretty early.
Well, Kinkatsu has initiative, but has absolutely no way of stopping this headshot.
TP out. Exert dominance.
Except for that. Except for that.
Exert dominance by TPing out.
But yeah, I think Winter's Curse is only going to get value if Thunderhide is played. Like nothing else actually does damage.
Well, I mean, if you look at the middle lane, right? These creeps are, you know, hitting pretty hard. So if there's a weak hero between 2 creeps, you could curse it like a blue hero.
Maybe it's big enough.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like they're pretty big, but at the same time, they all have like 1,000,000 armor too. So.
Ooh, cunning plan.
Oh, cycle for days. Just cunning plan your Zeus in the wall.
Oh, the exert dominance CV, I like it.
Oh.
Actually, I don't like it that much.
No, I don't really like it,
yeah.
But it's whatever.
We're going to see another Arm the Rebellion come out. And that actually allows him to save his sniper shot. He doesn't need to use it. Unless he wants to push some damage, which is also fine.
If you shoot the creep, you get 6 more damage. I don't think you want to. I think you're fine with this. This is such a strong board. I think all you want to do here is just cloak your sniper, and then you're good.
I think it's also okay shooting because you don't actually have any heroes you could shoot and kill.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
Prelix has 5 health, but then there's a Verdant Refuge in lane, so... I don't know. The headshot, it looks like it's not going to get too much value, at least for now.
I just think, like, you know... like you said, it might not get value in the future, but at the same time, it's not getting any value right now either. You could have pushed a couple more damage, but I'll be really surprised if Kinkatsu like mass deploys into the first lane again. Like maybe just one hero.
Oh right. Yesterday I double checked on the name of the Satyr Duelist, because I said it was trivia, right? And it just sounded a bit weird. It's actually Trivian, which makes a little bit more. Trivian.
Okay.
And following in your footstep, Zex actually looked up like every single creep. And one of the funniest names, you know the pit fighter of Koish?
Yeah.
The guy that looks like a Frankenstein monster, like the zombie that is all stitched up. Guess what his name is? It's like Tristan.
It's Tristan.
It's just like the most
just a regular name.
Yeah, just like this monster, and his name is Tristan. I was like, okay. I found that hilarious. Okay, it looks like we're gonna see Shiva's Guard and a Assassin's Veil. Oh, I think he could have actually killed Farvan by pointing inwards, but he didn't. This is looking like a pretty uphill climb here for Kinkatsu.
I mean, the problem is Kinkatsu has like nothing in hand that will help him win the game.
He has another high pack against a Chen.
Against a Chen, yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, Lifecoach is so far ahead that if a Thunderhide pack gets played, he could legit, like, assassinate it.
And
for 10 damage, and then just kill it normally. Or headshot, yeah, if it's in the left lane or something.
Okay, Kinkatsu does have initiative, and I do imagine we're going to see a Thunder God's Wrath to start things off, which will allow him to take control of the final lane. Because the Wyvern is the only hero there.
I'm really surprised he didn't cloak up his sniper.
Oh yeah, so the one thing I noticed about Lifecoach, the way that he plays it, is that if he doesn't need it, he won't put the cloak on it. There's no like, oh, I'm gonna just make sure he's got the little extra health. He only puts it on when, like, it's necessary.
That's interesting.
It's just a playstyle kind of thing. I personally prefer to be a little bit safer, but you know,
I don't even see it as being safer. I just feel like it's kind of like a skill to predict where you're going to need it, correct. And then it basically saves your turn in case you need the turn for something else, or
saves you the initiative.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, Lifecoach's hand is full of gas currently. Got nothing but 7 and 8s. Well, the headshot pushing for 6 damage last turn would have given lethal currently, but it will give lethal now as well by shooting the melee creep on the right.
Still lethal. So maybe headshot the creep and then assassinate a different lane, perhaps?
I like assassinating middle, actually. And the reason being is that I think you're okay losing the last lane, because you're going to win the first lane now, and then you're definitely winning the middle lane. If you kill the Farvan. But I think it's also pretty good what he's got going right now. Okay, he's gonna go for the hero kill. Could have lethal.
I mean, I'm fine with this because you remove both the blue heroes, and it basically eliminates all possibilities of a second Thunder God.
Okay, you are right.
Because like you said, he's gonna win the first lane and the second lane. It's just delayed by 1 turn.
Is this a steal a creep, Hand of God kind of thing?
You might want to wait for 3 more mana, or see if he does anything before you take anything.
Oh, I wonder if he's actually gonna take the big wall now, because
I think he's gonna take the big wall.
Yeah, it's currently blocking the D-Magic game wall.
Yeah, he has no answer.
But so, these 4/2/7s though.
All right. It's fair. It's fair. It's strong. I mean, I think you might actually consider playing Hand of God here too, just to stay fresh on the board.
Sure, I think that's fine.
God, everything takes no damage. Everything has so much armor.
I thought it was also okay to just healing salve your creep and then just play home field advantage, but you know.
I think the home field advantage is kind of whatever. Because yeah, there's nothing being deployed. So from the first lane, you're just gonna assassinate the middle lane, and then you're just gonna win with Thunderhide.
This is also the matchup where home field advantage is not as greatest.
Yeah. Wide boards. You're gonna just disable prowlers every round.
Also, you know, I can't believe we haven't pointed this out so far. Are we at a new age? Lifecoach has 2 minutes in the bank. Kinkatsu has, 40 seconds.
That is true. I think Lifecoach has seen the light.
Which is? What is the light?
Play fast, have more time for when it truly matters.
I see. Well, Lifecoach will tell you that turn 1 truly matters. Already planning out turn 7. Well, Thunder High Pack could come down.
And do what?
I don't know, kill the sniper or something. Start pressuring.
Oh. 2 lost in time.
Oh. And that is the game. Yeah.
That is game. But wait. Let's see if he plays it.
Let's go for a hero kill before you die. No, he just passes.
Just passing. Okay. It's GG. Game 1.
So, how would you say the matchup between the two decks are? Do you just feel like Game 2 is going to be exactly like this as well?
I feel like Game 2 is just going to be very, very similar. I think the only hope Kinkatsu has with this type of deck is like, because like I've drafted this kind of deck before, and it felt awful. The only way I felt like I can get anything going is if I managed to keep Prelix alive, to make a large enough board state with Enchantress, and then make really, really big Armed Rebellions go off. And then that's like the only way I've ever felt like I could do anything.
Well, remember that turn where he played Verdant Refuge from the first lane into the second lane, and then in lane 2 we were saying, do you Refuge or play Armed Rebellion? And I actually want to go back to that moment and say, I think you do want to play Refuge instead, because that would have kept the Prelix alive.
And then you wait.
And then you just arm next turn.
Fair.
Yeah. By the way, he has 4 armor in the deck, so he definitely has to win in that game plan, or with that game plan. So
he also needs to be able to get off barracks. He didn't draw any last turn.
Oh, that is true.
So Kinkatsu is very, very reliant on having, like even more so than usual, for a deck, to just draw what he needs.
Okay. Well, Volmartyr could come down. Volmartyr's name is Papa, right? Didn't we talk about this yesterday?
Papa something.
Papa Salmon. Papa Sam.
Papa Sam.
No, Papa ain't dying today. Next to the Enchantress.
It'll only die if it goes next to the Legionnaire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Passing.
I think the Volmartyr is very much in the same vein as Arm the Rebellion. You kind of want to do it in a lane where you're actually going to get value out of it.
I mean, right now I don't think you should think of it as a guy that gives you value when it dies. I just like putting it there to like contest the creep, the melee creep, because it wasn't going to die, right? It was next.
That's pretty fair, honestly. I think you're right. I think you're right. It should have been played, because like if you play it there, nothing is gonna happen. It's gonna live, and then you can just let it die later.
Yeah.
And then build a larger board state.
Because like for example, what if 2 creeps gets deployed in that lane, and then you top deck Arm the Rebellion? Right. It's just there's very low reason not to play. It. Right. Kinkatsu can safely deploy Prelix into the middle lane. That is the one lane that you're not going to get dueled or messed with.
Yeah, you have to go here too, because like whenever you play Prelix, like having a blue hero for 5 mana to play barracks with in a lane that doesn't really matter is like the best case scenario. It's like what you want.
Man, Kinkatsu's got a theme deck. He's also got Altar of the Mad Moon. Creeps have regeneration.
I mean, he went all in on this creep deck.
Well, What do you do now if you kinkatsu in lane 1? It looks really rough, whatever he does.
Yeah. Maybe you bloom. Blooming feels kind of sad.
Yeah. You could just alter and set up for the next turn, I guess. Yeah, I like altering, actually, to set up for the first turn. Or next turn, rather. And the reason for that is... Okay, I don't like altering there.
I don't like altering there.
Because you already won that lane, I think.
And then now that you see this, I think Lifecoach is just going to start developing a satyr.
Yeah. Feels like a bit too much in commitment on the... How do you feel about firing off a tower barrage here?
Just to kill the enchantress? No, I don't agree.
Okay.
I don't think you should fire off a tower barrage with anyone but Zeus, because like it's a pretty significant amount of damage if you play it with Zeus.
The logic I had is that you're playing against a deck with enchantress, and we're starting to get into a turn where it's not going to get full value. So, I guess you could still fire it off next turn with initiative, but on mana 5, you also want to be playing barracks instead. But with that said...
Well, that's exactly why you want Prelix mid. In a lane that's not contested, and you can just play it safe.
That's true. If Zeus does land in the vicinity of the Legionnaire, we are going to see Tower Barrage doing a lot of work, so...
It's not enough, though. You gotta cast 2 spells.
Nope. It does 1, and then you zap him for 1. Right.
What? Tower Barrage only does 1.
Exactly.
Or it does 0. It does 0.
Sorry, did I say Bronze Legionnaire? I mean Legion Commander.
Oh. Well, you're gonna see it anyways.
Yeah, there you go.
And then his 3 damage is gonna kill the Bronze Legionnaire. Nice.
Hey. Hey. That was great.
Yeah, I think like for these situations with a card like Tower Barrage and you have Zeus, it's always worth saving it for these situations, I feel. Because like the zap is just so useful.
Okay. Verdant Refuge will keep Legionnaire alive. And it begins.
He needs to draw any blue card next turn. Like any spell, I mean.
He also needs initiative next turn, because Headshot is going to be primed and ready. In terms of blue spells, he has quite a bit, actually. Remote Detonation is not bad. Lost in Time is quite good, and of course he's got the Force. Double Arcane Assault, Dimensional Portal, Foresight. And he's got a couple.
If nothing comes into the first lane, and he gets Remote Detonation, he just kills everything.
Time to spam barracks.
We will not stop until our victory is secured.
Do you see this and just like, okay, I also Verdant Refuge? Oh, he will put on the right. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he needs another one on the left side. Just spread it out. Those are the 2 lanes you're gonna win, so it's fine. Oh, Lifecoach gonna cloak up his Enchantress. Gonna stay in this lane, probably hoping to draw more Verdant Refuges to play.
He's already played 2.
He already played 2. Yeah, I wonder why you want to stay here. Maybe just to slow it down, probably.
I also think that there's some value to deny gold from this blue-green deck. They already make gold pretty poorly, right?
That's true, yeah.
You know. Yeah. Maybe it's for that. Pretty good Arm to Rebellion, if you ask me. He's also thinking about keeping initiative. Yep, he's passing for initiative. Or not.
He wants to block the 10 damage now.
Okay. Goodbye, Zeus. It
Goodbye,
was nice,
Zeus.
nice knowing you. Ooh, dematching him all. That's great for Lifecoach. The chances of one of these heroes going through is extremely high.
Well, I don't know about extremely high. There's a Prowler Vanguard in hand, and there's a Barracks in the first lane, so
Okay,
like since he
maybe
has
not extremely high.
yeah, it's pretty low actually. And then there's a curve arrow, so yeah, it's not happening.
Wait, it is still happening.
Well, you'll kill the Zeus, but the moment you equip that Maul, you're gonna get blocked. So
Okay. Headshot immediately for Lifecoach.
he might get it off here.
He might just arm, because arm lets him
He arm.
trade with the
Yeah.
Satyr.
Which honestly is still the right play, in my opinion. But it's gonna be pretty devastating to see his barracks go down.
Yeah, Barracks is actually one of the most important improvements for this type of deck, because your heroes are super weak, and you're trying to get incremental advantage.
Oh my goodness, he played Verdant Refuge.
Hey, more Verdant Refuge. Remember 2 turns ago when he played the Altar of the Mad Moon in the mid lane?
Yeah.
That's getting him quite little value now.
Yeah, it's not even here to help block his improvement.
Yeah, from the 50-50.
Yep.
That hurts so badly.
I'm actually pretty certain losing that barracks, and then looking at what's in his hand has just lost him the game.
Yeah, I agree. Well, we all know that this was a very tough matchup for Kinkatsu anyways. And he pretty much needed to play perfectly.
Yeah. Not only did he need to play perfectly, he also needed to draw perfectly.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think with the draws he had this game, it was actually possible. Like, he had so many good improvements to build up a massive board besides the middle lane.
Dimensional Portal. Does not give lethal.
No, you know, the thing is, I feel like what he's doing now, this board state is going to get so enormous.
He's going for 80?
He's going to go for 80, yeah. I think that's actually, like, the only game plan he could go for right now.
Okay, I like it. Do you think he's going to save that Arm to Rebellion as well?
Yeah, he's saving the arm.
Okay, so then for Kinkatsu, then it becomes that the last lane is the lane that he really needs to
He needs
protect.
to defend.
Yeah.
Yes. But right now, it's perfectly fine. He can hold it with just a Farvin until Zeus gets back, and then it'll basically be Zeus and Farvin, and then potentially Enchantress later.
Yep.
Holding it. Because all he needs is Prelix and then 1 green in the middle lane.
But we are getting to the turns where Assassinate is starting to become an issue. That's a HOD.
He might hold. Or actually, I think he will hold. Because we're reaching
held.
the...
He held, yeah.
Yeah, we're reaching Assassinate turn, so he's gonna be assassinating. So if the Farvin goes mid and he gets assassinated, that'd be so funny.
Okay. Well, all of a sudden, the Altar of the Mad Moon doesn't look that bad anymore. If that's your game plan to go 80, right? Ooh, this deploy is going to be very dangerous for Kinkatsu.
It's still pretty useless in my opinion.
It keeps
Not
like
useless, but
one
it's not-
creep
it's not-
healthy, yeah, but it's not. So, this play just straight up loses to Assassinates?
Yes, and it's kind of telegraphed. It's kind of telegraphed, but at the same time, like I don't know, I feel like you kind of have to do it like this.
Do you think Lifecoach is going to assassinate the green hero middle to prevent Armed Rebellion, or do you think he's going to assassinate right and just kill him?
I think he's gonna assassinate right and just kill him.
We'll see. He does still have Duel, for example, in the right lane.
Yeah, but I think you want to use Duel in that case to push even more damage. Like, you want to duel the creep in front of Wyvern to let him fly, that kind of thing.
Right.
Or fly and then duel the creep in front. You want to be able to remove creeps with Duel. Yeah, that's about it.
The other thing right now is that Lifecoach's sniper is also currently dying. He's gonna go for the assassinate.
Okay, well, he recognized it.
No,
And honestly, this is still fine. He can just assassinate again from the last lane.
speaking of 80, I thought maybe Lifecoach should have grabbed that melee creep and just took the tower I mean, he's got a 11 attack Satyr. Maybe he could 80 himself. Thunder God looks pretty good. Lost in Time also looks pretty good. That is a good number
Pretty
of
good.
looks. Yeah.
That is good.
Only doing 13 right now, and there won't be a green hero in that lane for a while to play the Armed Rebellion.
So I think if, with the way this game has gone now, I think you just arm your last lane.
As a defensive measure.
Not even as a defensive measure. I think with a blue hero deploying out a Zeus with Thunder Gods, I think you might actually be able to win the lane.
Well, he's gonna get the initiative to arm if he wants. He could also cloak.
Probably cloaking first is better.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
Play around duel.
Cloaking loses to assassinate, which
That is true.
you don't know that you have locked, but
Yeah. I mean, you know, the thing is, in this situation, all you can really think about is like, you know, he played one, and I locked 3 cards. I'll take my chances.
he did not arm. He's going
did
for the
not.
greedy play. Keep in mind that there is a Helmet Dominator that's coming, by the way.
You got it.
I honestly thought Lifecoach should have actually grabbed that creep to go for the tower kill last turn, because he
If
could
you
be.
can't push 80, yeah.
Yeah, he could be pushing 80 before.
I
Before
mean,
the
he
mid lane.
still is. He still is.
That's true. He still is.
I feel like Kinkatsu is in so much trouble right now unless he draws a second Thunder Gods. And even if he draws a second Thunder Gods, I think he's still in a lot of trouble. Because if he doesn't have initiative, he's just going to get wrecked.
Wait, you think
He's
so?
going to get dueled.
With initiative, he gets to play Thunder God in front of the Wyvern. Yeah, he lands right there, and that's 5 damage.
Oh, he doesn't even need double. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
he just
actually.
needs 1.
Oh, you're right. Okay,
So
okay.
the initiative battle is going to be huge.
I think a life coach is going to see it, though. I think life coach is going to pass all the way down.
Yep, he's passing. And he even has a slave backup for the Thunder High Pack. This is, well, there's a Helmet Dominator also for the Thunder High Pack. Yeah, this last lane's gonna look rough. Kinkatsu
Yeah.
has 2 Arcane Assaults in his stack, but unable to find one for a critical moment. If he has Arcane Assault right now, I actually think he just wins the game. But he doesn't.
Well, I don't know about winning the game, but
well,
it's,
he kills both the heroes.
he kills both the heroes.
And then his
Yeah.
green heroes are coming back to the middle lane to arm the rebellion. That's scary.
Not having initiative here really hurts.
Lifecoach is gonna pass. Not gonna do anything here.
So I think for Kinkatsu, the best line of play now you can go for, because you already know your Zeus is dying.
Wait,
Oh. I did not expect that.
well, because he can't duel and kill because of the armor.
Ah. You're right. Damn, I always forget about Verdant Refuge. I mean, you should. This should still be a Thunder Gods, right? Is he just baiting out items?
Still cannot dual kill currently. He needs to navigate this very carefully because HOD can be an extreme blowout. Both players just passing back and forth. He's also currently taking 14, which is not nothing. I like Thunder Godding here a lot, actually. You kill off a hero, you're pushing a bit more damage, and then any creep that your opponent plays has to land in front of these heroes. So you're not taking any more face damage.
Yeah, I am all for it. It's much better than playing Thunderhide.
Well,
Because I'm pretty sure, like, there's no way Thunderhide can come out, right? There's absolutely no way. You know that he had 20-something gold, and only one item came out, right? There's, like, really not any other possibility.
Oh, well. There
Well.
you go. That's how you lose games. Yeah. I do think that one of the more skill testing things of Artifact is being able to account for your opponent's gold. They recently added a patch where you can hover your opponent in gold and see like what they spent on, right? If you hover over like 2 gold available, 1 preview spent on blah blah blah, that gives you. It's like last turn they spent 19 gold on an item.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, well, now the question becomes: can he lethal with Arna the Rebellion?
Oh, the bait. Look at this. He's just gonna Winter's Curse now.
Does he need to?
Maybe he does.
Oh, that Slay was very curious. I guess he's just pushing him down to 6 actually for the siege damage.
Yeah, that's fine too. I would have liked to see him push the Farfin down to like 1 health, and then Relentless Pursuit and kill him.
So Sniper deployed on the first lane.
He's gonna Relentless Pursuit the wall or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't kill anything.
Well, I think he might be Relentless Pursuing to the middle lane to defend, because this looks like a last ditch effort. And by deploying him in the first lane, it allows him to cast like any assassinate that you draw. Pick off, yeah. Well, there's our Arcane Assault. You know, if Kinkatsu drew 2 Armed Rebellion, it actually would have been pretty close. That's a lot of creeps, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 unblocked creeps, so that's 16 more damage. Actually, it was not close at all.
Yeah, I don't even, yeah, it's not even close. Like even without taking your opponent into the equation, it's like still not enough.
If your opponent did nothing, so not enough.
He needed to arm that one turn where he tried it, but he just got shot. So
yep,
because this would be far below 69 life.
That's it. Lifecoach will take the first game with relative ease. I say he had a pretty decent matchup, but I also think he played better than his opponent.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Right.
Like there was like pretty much like very little mistakes on Lifecoach's end. He just played around everything pretty well and kind of like saw what his opponent was trying to do every single turn. I feel like.
He also played very defensively, right? Like, he was just very careful assassinating, like, double blue in game 1. Turn 2 respecting the 80 potential. It was just no risk taken ever.
Yeah. Really well done.